Yeah, my wall's pretty dirty. But it was like that when I moved in. I'm not a capitalist, so it doesn't really bother me. I kind of like the grittiness. Uh, the very fact that there's people um, that don't like me doing recordings with the shirt off is why I'm doing recordings with the shirt off. Uh, they remind me of my brother, like, put his shirt on! You're a guy. What does it offend you so much? You get a little chub or something? A little chub down there? Yeah, you're a homophobe. Go away. Any chick that would like blast me for being chubby or whatever would not be my chick anyway. Any kind of like hater, like call me a creeper or anything, like even hoser or dork would not be my type of chick anyway. So I don't really care about their opinions. The downvotters are not the people that I would ever hang out with. Uh, so like you might be questioning, well, if they know all this stuff about middle-aged men conferring longer telomeres, the college scene, the government knows, why isn't this made mainstream? Well, you know how corporations are. It's like they'll discover something and they'll be like, we can't just release this all the way. There'll be no money in it. So they can't just like automatically say like older dudes should be with younger women all the time and that's the best way to make the healthiest kids. They can't say that because they would lose money. It would be like curing cancer right away when there's plenty of evidence that there's cures for cancer out there, or making marijuana legal. They took them like 87 years to make it legal, right? Like it was illegal for 87 years, and then in 2015, Washington and Colorado went full legal for pot. They had the evidence, and it was building and building. They can't just do stuff like that right away. We're not trying to. This age gap relationship thing is not like we're trying to break the law. You know what I mean? It's like 18 with 40-year-olds. Yeah, I know. You think, well, that's not too controversial. Well, it is if you straight up say that combination will create the healthiest kids. So what you're saying is like dudes under 40 should not have children. That is indeed a very controversial statement. Or that women over 24 should not have children. And you combine those two, that is a very controversial statement. I don't know what people think when they say that is not a controversial statement. That is highly revolutionary. What are you smoking, meth? Crazy ass. That's a very revolutionary idea. Wow. Like, but why do they still do it, Well, think of like teenagers and 20-somethings. They got like this huge disposable income. If they market like age proximus relationships for a little while and kind of ease into the age gap thing, they're going to make a lot of money at it because they're going to really pump that teenage 20-something market because mommy and daddy hooked them up with a credit card. Or the fact that like young people always need to buy shit because they're out on their own for the first time. This is like the first decade of them being adults on their own. So they have to go buy shit for their new apartment or whatever when they first start working and saving money. Their first house will come in like their 20s or 30s, a lot of them. The whole concert scene of like Coachella and Lollapalooza is like a teen 20-something market. So if they just like juice this for a while and then ease into some way to like hem the males my age to like young chicks that are like freshmen in college to like a couple years after graduation for maybe a decade or two, they can do it slowly and make money. That's why they do that. That's not too hard to fathom, like the teenage entitlement culture that makes so much damn money. They always ask like, well, what are you entitled to? Those are rhetorical questions. You can pay me to answer them. Just watch my videos on YouTube. If you got to be like a kind of a rude person and be like, what are you entitled to? I'm entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, just like everybody else. Declaration of Independence. So, I mean, that's my conjecture, or speculation, or idea. I don't want to say theory, because theory and hypothesis is they're not what they are. Conjecture is my idea, my thought that why older men are not just like instantly pushed out there as the hot daddy. Like, why is there all this slang daddy, like, for their boyfriends? You think kids just make up slang? No, they don't. They get it from television, and they get it from YouTube, and they get it from rap songs and rock songs. That's all corporate.